Blog Talk Radio.
Oh, yeah, we're walking in purpose, walking with Angela, walking with purpose. We got talent from the Lord, and we're here to show the world the talent that we have is here to change your world. We're walking in purpose, yeah. We're walking in purpose, yeah. We're walking with Angela.
Good morning, y'all. Come on in.
Showing the world all that we have. So God gave it to us.
On Instagram really
and
quick,
we
y'all.
Don't want to bury it. So we are here.
Come on in.
We're walking in purpose.
Share this with someone in your phone. Good. We're getting ready to go live.
Walking with Angela to show the world.
Y'all come on in this morning. Y'all know I'm looking a little rough this morning. I had to go get my 4 miles in this morning. Y'all back to walking.
Show the world what we have. We're walking in purpose.
So y'all come on in. Let me see if I can get this to going
over to you.
Welcome all. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this morning to Monday Morning Motivation, your half hour of power with the Queen. Of course, I am the Queen of Collaborations, Angela Thomas Smith. Thank you guys for joining me on this morning. Thank you. Come on in. Y'all, we started fasting and praying this morning. We're in 31 days of sacrifice, dying in the flesh to live in the spirit. I tell you, I am super, super excited. Y'all, it's Monday. It is Monday morning, y'all. First Monday of May. Y'all, we are yet marching on throughout this 2023. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this morning. I tell you, I am super, super honored to be back again. Y'all, every chance I wake up with an opportunity to share the goodness of what God is doing in our life, I tell you, God moved on this morning in 5 a.m. prayer. Give a shout out to Prophetess Minister Alma Thomas for stopping by 5 a.m. prayer, pouring out, praying over us, and sharing what God dropped in her spirit. I want to encourage you guys, if you are in need of prayer, if you are believing God for something, if you're believing Him to move in your life, if you're expecting a miracle to be performed, I want to encourage you guys to make sure that you join us for 5 a.m. prayer. These over the next 31 days. We're in 31 days of sacrifice, dying in the flesh to live in the spirit. And some things, y'all, the word say some things are only going to come by fasting and praying. And I'm trusting and believing God that some of these things that we have up before Him is going to be answered during these next 31 days of prayer. We have a prayer list, y'all. For those that don't know, We have been in prayer for 90 days. Today marked 90 days of 5 a.m. prayer. Give a shout out to my prayer besties, Shaneria Osborne and Pamela J. Hayes. They've been on this journey with me for the last 3 years, and I tell you, God has truly moved. God has truly showed up and showed out in our lives. So I thank him on this morning for being just who he said he would be in our lives. So I'm grateful on this morning. I tell you, I got a list of names that we call out on a constant basis. Every single day, we are calling these names out. So if you're on this prayer list, know that we're calling your name out, and we're trusting and believing God is going to move, y'all. Again, if you are in need of prayer, please inbox me, direct message me, email me, text my phone, whatever. I'm trusting and believing God is going to perform some miracles throughout these next 31 days, well, next 30 days of praying and fasting, that he's going to lose some things. The word that was dropped in our spirit on this morning was replenish. All that we have poured out, all that we've prayed out, all that we've been standing in the gap for, God is going to replenish it after these 121 days. Y'all, we have June 1st. We come out of prayer. Y'all know we do 121 days of prayer from February the 1st to June 1st. So this year, June 1st, we will be coming out again. And I thank God for those that have sacrificed, those that have came on and willing to stand in the gap, willing to pour out, willing to share. So that's what I wanted to share this morning. Excited about those that participated in the Silently Hurting Inside, Hurt No More, poetry, anthology, book of poems. It dropped on Sunday. If you guys have not grabbed your copy, I want you to go on over to Amazon, grab your ebook, only $3.33. Support the movement, support what we're doing through the L3 movement. For a lot of people don't know and don't understand why I do the things that I do. So this morning, I just really want to share, y'all, some things that I do and that I do through my platform and why I do it through my platform the way that I do it. So a lot of people are wondering, why is this girl pumping out books like she pumped out? Well, first, outside of wanting to create a legacy and want to share my story and lead my story, so nobody have questions about who Angela was, what Angela did, what Angela stands for, because you're going to be able to pick up a book and you're going to be able to read my life story. Everybody's going to be able to see what Angela did throughout her journey here on this earth. While I was passing through, people are going to see the things that I did as I passed through this universe. Because, y'all, we not going to always be here. We're not going to always be here. So what are you leaving that people will be able to pull off of, to grow off of, to continue on this journey? Because the word say we should do greater works. He said we should do greater works, and that we're supposed to do greater works, and there are things that people are going to remember us by. So I just want to challenge those people that just think that something is going to fall out the sky, that one day something miraculous is going to happen, and they just going to walk into all that they supposed to walk into. It's not. If you don't get up and do something and make it happen, it is not going to come to pass. We can dream all day. We can have faith all day. But if you're not going to put behind that dream and behind that faith some action and some work, it's not going to come to pass. Good morning, Patrice. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. We got to get up and we got to do something. We got to do something so that we can leave a legacy. I oftentimes ask people, how will people remember you? And no, I hear crickets. Like that used to be my thing, because I'm gonna say about 5 or 6 years ago, I had nothing that I could offer anybody or share anybody, or had anything that I could really reference that I had accomplished. But when I tell you, when you begin to move in the things of God, God will begin to elevate you. God will begin to expediently move you to where you need to be so that you can catch up with your destiny. Because, y'all, everything that we're going to do in this world It has already been mapped out to us. Jeremiah 29:11 tells us that. But Genesis 2:7 reminds me that everything that I need, he's already put in me when he breathed that breath of life into me. So a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to hear that we got to get out of our comfort zone. We got to move from that we all so comfortable with and that we all know everyday routines. We got a routine for that. We got a routine for that. We got a routine for this. God don't want routine. God wants us to move. When he say move, he wants us to do. He wants us to be flexible. He wants us to be able to go. All this moving in silence. See, I saw a post last week, and Rojanay, shout out to Roro. That's my little baby sister, Roro. Shout out to Rojanay Rose Harris. She posted this, y'all, and it was, you won't have to move in silence if you surround yourself around people that are cheering for you, people that have the same vision, people that have the same heart. So if you surround yourself around like-minded people, then you wouldn't have to move in silence. See, I'm over here studying, and I'm over here in these books, and I'm reading these different things for class, y'all. And in my class, in one of my classes, it says even an entrepreneur, even as an entrepreneur, even if you're going to have a sole entrepreneur business, you still need a team to help build that business. So if you're doing it by yourself, you're still going at it all wrong. Even though it may be a solo business, you may have a LLC, and you may be the sole proprietary, or you may be the managing partner, or whatever the case may be. If you don't have a team to help you, you're still doing it wrong. And this out of the book. This is outline of the book. So all that moving in silence and all that by yourself, all this, y'all, that's not what he placed us here for. Get a team. Get a team of people that have the same vision. Get a team of people that believe in you, that are rooting for you. Because, see, this is what happening. I've come across some individuals. I've been working with some individuals that are incarcerated, and me working with these individuals incarcerated, I've been learning a lot from them because some of these people have been down for a long time. And you would think that when you're down and out, then that's the most when your family going to be there for you, but that's when your family would turn their back on you. I'm looking at two individuals that have that man gave them life sentences. But God said they coming home. God said they coming home. God said the doors are going to swing open and they're going to walk out the doors. But see, their family didn't believe that. Their family gave up on them. Their family turned their back on them. Their family didn't believe in their business. Their family thought that it was just a dream, that it was just a hope. But people don't understand the God that we serve. And I'm just talking from experience, y'all. And this month right here, y'all, is the month of, I'm telling you, you better celebrate yourself. Celebrate those things that God has brought you through. I don't care where you are right now. Celebrate those things that you have overcome. Share with somebody those things that you have overcome so that they can overcome, so that we can keep overcoming, so that we can keep growing. And as you begin to elevate and shift, because this is shifting season, he's beginning to shift some things. And I'm sure those that are truly connected and are really rooted in the word and really just keen to him, to his speaking and him just connecting with you, you understand this. And you know that it's not playtime. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. It's time for us to get serious about that thing that God has called you to. A lot of us, I've had so many people tell me, "Oh, Miss Angela, I'm gonna join the podcast. I want to be a part of your podcast. I want to be a host on your podcast." We got 4 spots open. If you want them, you would have signed up for it. You don't have to keep coming in my inbox telling me that you want to be a part of something. People, we got to be about action. When God place something on your heart to do it, don't keep saying you're going to do it, you're going to do it, you're going to do it when the time is right. When is the time going to be right? See, that's one thing we got to understand. When is the time going to be right? Because all this, what we be thinking is time, God ain't got he don't have no 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Now ain't none of that. Eternity is his time. Eternity is his time. But we so caught up on man-made time. And we can't even get that right. We can't even get we can't get the times right. We can't get the seasons right. We can't get the how many months when this was supposed to happen, when this was supposed to happen, because man don't say it. Man do what they want to do. And man will change this and change that. Why they keep changing time? Why time got to go up and why time got to go back? It didn't do that in the old days. No way. No. Fall forward, no spring back, or whatever it is. Fall back, spring forward, all that. When did man start saying that we had to do that? No way. I ain't read, y'all. I'm just, and then maybe I been misinformed or read something wrong, but I ain't read in now section in my Bible where they had to spring forward and fall back and keep switching and swapping. God, why we got to do that? And then, some stuff I just be over here like, okay. Y'all, get that connection. I'm so thankful. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning. Good morning, Shania. Look, y'all know I ain't good with names. Miss Harrison, because I be mess your name up, baby. And I want to say it's Shanae, girl. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for jumping on and listening to me this morning. I just want y'all to be encouraged. It is Monday morning motivation, and I just wanted to motivate y'all this morning. I'm sitting here, and I was looking at the description that I put in over on Blog Talk. For those that are not tuned in on Blog Talk or not watching on Blog Talk, y'all, of course, don't see this. But it says, May will be a month of possibilities, and we only believe God will deliver us of our distresses and manifest his glory. An example of this is in Mark 9:16 through verse 29. A man was distressed because his son was demonized and needed deliverance. When Jesus met the man, he asked him a question. How long has it been since it came to him? He said, from childhood. Often it has thrown him into the fire and into the water to kill him. But if you can do anything, have compassion on us and help us, Jesus said. If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. Mark 9:21-23. God is saying this is a season to ask him for big things, things that we may think are impossible, especially in the area of healing and deliverance. Y'all, there are a lot of us that have a lot of things up before God. I tell you, this year, he dropped in my spirit. It's always ours. He dropped in my spirit, reset, renew, and release. So for my birthday, we did the conference. We did the reset, the renew, and release. So it's time for him to reinvent us. So this is going to be the season of reinventing. For all those that think that things are just at a close, that things are, that you can't do this and you can't do that, and things are falling apart, and you thought things were going to go this way and things are going this way, he can reinvent all those things that are falling apart in your life. Y'all, this 5 it stands for grace. Y'all, he extended his grace and his mercy one more time. He gave us the opportunity to get up this morning. We got use of our limbs. When somebody didn't wake up on this side of glory, somebody didn't wake up and have use of their limbs. Somebody didn't wake up this morning. But y'all, we got another chance. We got another chance, another opportunity to get it right. He extended that to us. He had no respect of a person. He thought enough of us to allow us to see this day, to see a new month. Y'all, it's May the 1st. We got to see another month that was not promised us, another day that was not promised us. So I'm grateful on this morning. I'm thankful on this morning. I give God all the praises. And I want to thank everybody that has tuned in on this morning. I pray that your day is blessed beyond what you can see in the natural, that this week will be the best week of your life. Everybody on Facebook under the sound of my voice. Everybody on LinkedIn under the sound of my voice. Everybody on YouTube under the sound of my voice. And everybody that's on Instagram under the sound of my voice. Those that are tuning in on the airwaves of Blog Talk. I thank God for each and every one of you guys. I thank God for the Crew Podcast, for all of those that are willing to share their perspective and to allow their voices to be heard on all four corners of this earth. And do not think it robbery to be able to invite others to be a part of what they are doing. I thank God for those 11 hosts that are a part of the Crew Podcast. I cannot thank him enough. I thank him for dropping that in my spirit and allowing me to be a 1/3 of HTA, which is, I tell you, we are the crew behind the amazing crew over at the Crew Podcast, and I am grateful that God saw fit to allow us to be able to do the things that we do. Y'all, if y'all have not voted, I want y'all to go over to smgospelawards.com/voting. Cast your vote. We have been nominated for the newest internet radio show of the year. So please go over, cast your votes. HTA, which is Hezekiah, Tamala, and Angela. We have been nominated for Promoters of the Year. I want you guys to make sure that you go over and cast your votes for us. I tell you, it would be so exciting if we could win that award as a new network. That would mean so much to us as hosts, and especially Hezekiah, myself, and Tamala as the founders. That would be so amazing if we can clinch this award in our first year. I tell you, sometimes if you just step out on faith. When God dropped that word in my spirit, and I won't let it go, I want y'all to get it deep down in your spirit. First, seek ye the kingdom of heaven. That's the F. A, align yourself with that he's called you to. See, a lot of us, we get caught up in trying to compete and trying to do what other people are doing instead of doing what God has called us to do. If we will focus on that thing that he's called us to do, everything that we desire to do, all that extra stuff that we want to do, sometimes he will open the door for us to do that stuff if we will align with the things that he's purposed for us to do. Not only that, you got to be intentional. Be intentional about that thing that he's called you to. If he called you to be a podcast host, be the best podcast host that you can be. Be intentional about that assignment as a podcast host. If he called you to be an author, if he called you to be an usher, whatever he called you to, y'all be the best at that you can be. Give 110%. Go above and beyond. Be intentional about that he called you to. But understand that while you're doing it, while you're aligning yourself, while you're seeking him first, know that tests, trials, and tribulations are going to come. But just to show us they come, he's made a way out. So guess what? You have to trust the process. Trust the process. That's what the T stands for. Trust the process. While you're trusting the process, guess what? You got to hold on to his unchanging hand, because guess what? He's never going to change. He's the same yesterday, he's the same today, and he's going to be the same tomorrow. So guess what? Who got to change? We got to change along the way. We got to change through the process. We got to allow him to break. We got to allow him to mend. And we got to allow him to mold us into who and what he said we should be, who he called us to be. Sometimes we get off track. But he's made a way out so that we can get back on track. Y'all, he sent his word. His word is not going to fail. Then he placed people in our lives. He placed pastors, ministers, prophets. He placed people in our lives to speak over our lives, to share words into our life, and to do all those things that will help us stay on this journey, that will help us stay on course, that will help us be the best version of ourselves that we can be. No, none of us are perfect, and none of us will ever be perfect. But guess what? We all fall. But guess what? He says a righteous fall 7 times. But if you never pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get up and stay on this journey, you'll never know if you'll fall again. You'll never know what'll happen. You'll never be able to tell somebody how you overcame something. If you never go through nothing, if you never experience nothing, if everything is handed to you. So I tell you, y'all, put on that armor of God. Put on that shield. Put it on so that you can get out here in the battlefield and do what God has called you to do. Some of us, he's given powerful voices. He's given us the opportunity to make change in this world and to be a part of the change. And some of us are just sitting and waiting for other people to do something for us. It's not going to happen. You have to be the change that you desire to see in this life. Y'all, I thank God for this opportunity. I hope that your day is blessed. I'm about to go and get ready to start my day. I've been up since about 2 a.m. We had 5 a.m. prayer. Always, we still on 121 days of 5 a.m. prayer. We started 31 days of sacrifice on today. So, of course, y'all know what we're doing. So I want you guys to join us for prayer if you need prayer, if you just want us to put your name on the prayer list. Inbox one of the prayer warriors. If you know the prayer warriors, inbox one of the prayer warriors or myself, and we will get you put on the list, because I'm trusting and believing God is going to move mightily within the next 30 days. Because some of us have we have some things up before God, and we're trusting and believing that he's going to do what he said he was going to do. The word says some things only come by fasting and praying. So we're trusting and believing that God is going to move. Say signs, wonders, and miracles. Signs, wonders, and miracles. That's what we're trusting and believing. I love you guys. I pray that your day is blessed beyond what you can see in the natural. Know that God has not forgotten you, that he is yet moving. And I'm just thankful for each and every one of you guys. If you did not get to join us this morning for 5 a.m. prayer, of course, every day we include a replay. So you can go over to my page, or you can go over to the L3 Movement Group 3, Book 3 group, and it's posted in there. But I usually post it on my page. So it's posted. I'm going to share it when I get off this live. I'll share it so it can be shared out. So if you guys want to hear the prayer from this morning and want to hear the prayers going forth, you can hear them. Just know that I will share them on my page for those that want to hear them. So I encourage you guys, if you're in need of prayer, join us. If you want to call in and sit in and listen to the prayer. But I love you guys, and I pray that your day is blessed beyond what you can see in the natural. Know that God is moving, and know that he extended his grace and his mercy one more time to give you a chance to get it right. So go out and do something that will impact lives on today, y'all. Do something that will impact lives on today. Do something that will impact lives on today. I love you guys. Be blessed.